Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. So, I am Ritika Goenka. I am a student of ITM Business School, Kharga, Navi Mumbai. I am interning with Thorai Foundation in the area of Fair Trade Forum. So, welcome you, sir. An entrepreneur is a man who knows he can fail, but he does not accept to fail before he actually fails. And when he fails, he learns from his and from his errors and move on. With this, I would like to introduce our achievers, Mr. Aidha Mallikarjuna from Kurnool. He is a founder and CEO of Inclusive Divyangjan Entrepreneur Association and the co-founder of Believe India. He is also president of Fair Trade Forum and the Bel- founder of Believe India. He is also trustee of Ekta Gramotan Foundation and the director of Himachal Pradesh Kaushal Vikas Nigam. He is also an independent director at Javed Habib and managing director of FTech and the author of 5 books. So, sir, my first question is like, what inspired you to become an social entrepreneur?
Hi Ritika. So it is a society which always inspires us to do something right. So I don't see the journey of an entrepreneur and social entrepreneur differently, but it is your resolve to do something and positively contribute to the society, either societal or addressing some of the societal challenges. At the same time, doing in a way that long-term sustainability is ensured. Inspiration comes, as I said, from the society. Inspiration comes from the day-to-day challenges that we all face, and also sometimes inspiration come from, you know, the nature whom we are destroying day by day. So people centered. So definitely there is no need for us to get inspired from anybody else. It is from within that we'll realize the time that we need to take charge. So for me also, uh, exposure to various environments, various challenges, always made me to think that what is that, which side you want to be. There are two sides in India, as always I say. We all represent India, but the real India is called Bharat. Okay, so when we talk about India, full of problems. Everything is a problem. Mindset is a problem. Pollution is a problem. Poverty. But when we talk about Bharat, is full of solutions. Self-reliance, self-determination, without resources, rural and people, emerging, being victorious, and serving the humanity. Whereas having highest consumption, having very good income levels, still we in the urban areas feel that we are deprived of so many things. So I challenged myself always. I wanted to be on the solution side. So as an entrepreneur, as a social entrepreneur, always we need to be on the solution. We need to find solutions for the problems. So if that is going to energize you, and if you want to become a solution maker, the only way that can happen is to convert your life journey into an entrepreneurial journey or as a social entrepreneur. That has happened with me as well.
So, like, when did you inspired, like, and you wanted to, like, as you told that you were inspired by the society. So, when did you, like, what age you got inspired, and when did you started your own? Like, as you are a founder of idea that inclusive Divyanjan entrepreneur
Yeah, yeah.
association.
So these are organizations, these are all incidental. But this call comes, all of us know, we don't like certain things. I don't think there will be any individual on this, they like everything. They don't like certain things. the way that people treat us, the way that we treat people, or something happening wrong at society, community, always we discuss about it. That means that bothers us. So again, as I said, either just seeing the situation, seeing the problem, leaving it like that, or just to think about, can we do something? Can I do something about it? Everything, for example, So if we start thinking like that, definitely, I can say that there is an entrepreneur in mind. It may take time. For some people, it would be too early. Some people, can become little bit later. The questioning. So yourself, you need to question various other things. So reasoning. So these are the skills when you start doing it. So just like that. So the way that I have been exposed to this world is initially at the childhood days. Somebody introduced me books, so started reading books. So when you read books at a very early age, maybe when you are in 8th or 9th standard, your notion about the world will be different. What you are seeing in the world, what you are reading in the books, you will find lot of gaps. So I started trying to understand why these gaps exist. Why is that what we are talking, what you are doing, what we are seeing are totally different? So what is that we can do about it? Book reading actually helped me, and though initially that the differences made me very aggressive to think that is wrong in the world. But over a period of time, once we got into graduation level, maturity levels increased. Definitely, as you say, if you start thinking, you will find the way. So I found my way while reading the 5 volumes of autobiography of Swami Vivekananda. Incidentally, tomorrow is going to be we celebrate it as National Youth Day, and call it as National Youth Day. We all should understand, and millions of people Vivekananda has inspired through his life and through his teachings. So, if you have a question, as it is said, you go and read that autobiography of Vivekananda, you will find answers. So that is the uniqueness of it. So during my graduation, as part of a competition, I was fortunate enough to go through some of the volumes, autobiography of Swami Vivekananda. Even till today, I have not completed, but believe me, line by line, I started finding solutions. So I realized it is not enough just to think or become intellectual, get high percentage of marks, or just work in a highly remunerated corporates. That is not enough. Nothing with that for the society. So we need to think while doing all these things, how we can become the change makers, how I can. So rather than from taker mentality, if we start thinking about giver mentality, what is that I can give? For example, today organizing these webinars, you are contributing. So this is your contribution. It's not a small contribution. That means you are on the process of becoming a change maker. So small things make a very big difference. So for somebody, it might be mentor who nurtured them. So for me, it was definitely through books, and then later the life and teachings of Vivekananda, which really inspired me to do something. So I owe for them. And definitely my teachers who taught me and who always value-based education as what does it mean? Responsible citizenship. So each day that we spend, so we are all part of this country and society. So how my individual actions are going to reflect on the society. So if I can't change the society, but definitely I can change my actions. At least I can be transparent, I can be ethical, I can be fair. So in that, if thousands of people decide, automatically change can be seen. That is how it started.
That's great, sir. Sir, can you as you wrote five books, you are the author of five books. So can you share any of your books about your books, sir, that you would like to share us?
Yeah. So basically, I don't consider again that is very incidental, because what do you do with your knowledge that you gain? Because every interaction, knowledge is powerful, but more full than knowledge is a wisdom. How do you get from knowledge to wisdom? You can read a book, you can write a book, but how do you live what you write in the book? Is what life is all about, is what wisdom is all about. So there are many organizations built many symbols. We always say Mahatma Gandhi is a great person, Vivekananda is a great person. But how many of us really see or think that become like that? From where the spirit will come in? So when I started my developmental journey, I am of the firm belief that we have so many things to give back. Somewhere we were not properly documented. Maybe the whole perspective, economic perspective is so westernized that now we think that whatever other people saying is right, and what we have we really never recognized. In the same country, there are so many wonderful people who have created institutions. I'll just share about one of the book, what prompted me to take up that assignment and what I learned. Title of the book is Bharat that is India. So as I said, we need to question, you know, I don't know how many of your generation colleges know why there is a line in our preamble of the constitution. It is called India that is Bharat. And just think about it. Why it is said India that is Bharat? Whereas name was Bharat, the sentence would have been Bharat that is India. Don't you think so? It made me to think, what made people highlight India and try to show Bharat or belittle Bharat? So I did a little bit of research and some interesting things came up. So there are so many things involved in it, politics involved in it. During the nation building, during independence has happened. So structurally, there were few people always want to show us in bad light. Oh, Indians are like that. Recently also, when you go abroad, okay, confidence level is very less. Indian skill level is very less. So over a period of time, generation after generation, it has been told that we can't do this. We are not able to do that. Our space program is not capable enough to go there. Our scientists capable enough. So over a period of time, we lost our confidence. Generation after generations, people lost their confidence, and then we started that truly we are dependent on other forces. We can't do it. Then suddenly the consumeristic era emerged. Selfishness of us got together, and then we decided that okay, let us get back to jobs, let us earn for ourselves, let us be. So then there are few generations wherein we started talking about only ourselves. But while these things are happening in the last 30-40 years, there are some wonderful individuals who created institutions. And these institutions started working at rural areas, tribal areas, nook and corners of Bharat, and created beautiful. So one such movement was Ekal movement, where I am also associated with Ekal Vidyalaya. Ekal Vidyalaya teaches schools, world's biggest movement, with a presence in more than 1 lakh villages and running more than 1 lakh teacher schools. So when Ekal Vidyalaya and Ekal completed 25 years, we all volunteered. We had been thinking, how do we document this journey of Ekal in last 25 years? 5 years, the contribution of Ekal, is there anything really happened or impacted in the rural and tribal areas? So that prompted us to take form of a book titled Bharat, that is India. So we have selected 6 organizations, developmental organizations, which have completed 25 to 30 years. So in depth, we did an analysis how this organization has formed, what prompted the founders of these organizations to start these organizations, how they became movements, how so many millions got and promoted these organizations, and how this entire social change process has happened. So organization like BIAF, Pratham, Ekal, there are some cooperative societies like Mulkanuru Cooperative Society. 6 such detailed case studies have been taken, and on a theory of change methodology, we tried to see that what has happened, and some very interesting factors have come out that. So it all into a book. When seeing the result, we felt that there are so many wonderful models exist in India which world should out. We are talking about sustainable development goals now, but all these organizations has been practicing in an integrated way and much beyond sustainable development goals. They have been proving that. So we thought we need to bring this into we should talk in the language which world understand. That is how I and another co-author Tanu Jain in this assignment. Incidentally, Tanu become after that she became an IAS officer and doing wonderful. And while writing this book, the type of travel and the type of understanding that she did, I'm sure that changed the entire perspective. A lot of learnings are there. So that is about Bharat, that is India, the genesis and why we have taken up.
So that was great and interesting too, sir. Sir, my next question, sir, like why should our generation focus on sustainability development?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes, sir. Sir, according to you, why should our generation focus on sustainability development?
So, do we have any other option left? I always used to tell my parents that your generation was selfish, and we are actually reaping the lot. You might
Even
be
now,
feeling the same,
also, everyone are kind of selfish only, sir.
right? So you want your generation also should think about like that. For you, definitely I don't want. Do we really know the next generation exists that we are going? And is it really the development, what we are seeing as a development, which is more in nature, that your development will be measured in terms of the car, the houses, the branded suits that you wear, or something else? So the entire world now realized this market-led development is not sustainable. So there are ways and means. We need to get back to our roots. We need to really understand that what does sustainability mean. Sustainability is not a costly affair. We made it a costly affair. Sustainability is as simple as getting oxygen. To get an oxygen, to have a tree. We are cutting the tree without understanding that we are cutting our source of life. Same is with water, same is with the land, same is with the resources that we have, the type of lifestyles that we have built. Without thinking anything, we are just using, because for the first time we got opportunity to get all these products. So while using the products, we talked about fair trade. What is fair trade? Fair trade is sustainability is not only a practice, that is a life. Like it is as simple as that. If I know that the jacket that I wear, child labor is involved in it, and in the cotton farms, while plucking the cotton, their entire fingers were soaked in blood. Do I wear this jacket? Do I need to wear this jacket? No. Is it so necessary for me? No. So if I know that, okay, the dresses that we wear, people say that you're looking beautiful. What is that gone back to those producers who are making it? Are we paying them properly? Because their life and existence is based on only. So as a consumer, sustainability for me means whatever actions that I do, if I ensure that I'm taking care of certain things, I'm not exploiting my environment, I'm not exploiting people, I'm not exploiting any of the processes which I have not built. Sustainability is something that the way that we got next generation, we need to add premium and give them back in a better way. Rather, what we are getting and what we are giving, there is a huge gap. So, sustainable thinking and sustainable practice. In India, I most of us, while speaking, we talk all these things and we win competitions as well. But to practice, it is less than 10% or 5% of people actually take that. But I started highly educated, high net worth individuals changing their lifestyles. See the trend again now, a lot of back to villages, getting back to farming, getting back to simple living. In any way, after 60, 70, people started realizing this luxury actually working from them. You know? So we as a youth need to make this sustainable trending thing. Whatever youth does, it has to be a fashionable thing. Being sustainable, being simple, can also be a style. If that happens, definitely impact is visible. So there is no option left for us. Authorized to exploit anymore. We can only stop this exploitation now. We are only the recipients of what we got from our parents. So now we need to at least do, like, we need to calculate our carbon footprint, add whatever sins that we are doing every day. So maybe through our actions, we need to repay back to Mother Earth. That's the only way left.
Yes, sir, you are actually true, sir. Because nowadays, like what people are doing is now, like they are just going back for money. They are like they don't want to help society. Even I can see like if someone is craving, okay, as a poor people, but they are not seeing that. They are like just move on, let it be, and I am the person is like if someone is craving or someone is crying in footpath area or some, I literally buy something and I give to them so that they can stop crying. So and that sir, that's make me feel more happy to helping others. So and I learned from you this also, like the way you are helping others. And sir, one last question, sir. So any message you would like to give to the coming generation?
I think, messages are not required, actions are required. I'm a firm believer that if anybody can change the mindset, that is a youth. Okay, even the kids could be great messengers. So we, I think youth of this country needs to realize very soon our nation again is going to be Vishwaguru, developed. Again, यहाँ पे भी दो बातें आती है. We want to be a developed nation or we want to be a Vishwaguru. So in our country, people now to show me one area where Indians, we are not the people who hijack nations or we acquire nations. We are a land where we talk about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Entire world is one. Entire world is mine. You know? So youth has two options: either to make, either to become like any other developed nation with the same statistics, the same effort people are talking about, or truly to become Vishwaguru, what our ancestors was. So Guru is the one always believes in giving, and the indications are ample. अब हमारी योगा विश्व में पहुंच गया है, हमारे साइंस विश्व में, अब हमारा वैक्सीन विश्व में पहुंच रहा है. These are indicators कि दोबारा exciting times are going to, and this is that time. Next 10 years, mark my words, next 10 years are going to be the golden era, and we all are witnesses of that. It is up to us whether we want to become torch bearers. 10 साल के बाद 20 बैठ के ये बोले कि हाँ, ये जो विश्वगुरु बनाने में मेरा भी योगदान रहा, या विश्वगुरु बन रहा था तो मैं आराम से चाय पी रहा था. I lost the opportunity. So choice is ours. So this is a time where all the youth of this country should start dreaming and being sustainable. All dreams will be possible now. किसी भी नेशन का हिस्ट्री में एक समय ऐसा आता है जिसको गोल्डन पीरियड कहा है. आने वाले 20-25 years is that golden period for India. Anybody who understands that, starting from kid to old age, during the golden period, आप कुछ भी करते हैं, आपका सक्सेस रेट 80 to 100% होती है. You have seen suddenly you have become one of the biggest, largest market for the world. If you have seen suddenly एक 5 साल के बाद एक और दौर आएगा जहाँ, जिसे हम एक जमाने में सुनते थे कि now only 1 or 2 sectors Indians have reached in the world. Now there are many sectors where we are now local to vocal for local. तो कोरोना का टाइम पे हम कर ही रहे, but parallelly local to global हो गया. There are so many Indian startups started working outside India. There are a lot of other nations which are a lot of interest for the skilled manpower and startups from India. तो छोटे छोटे कंट्रीज है, तो मच बियॉन्ड यूर. तो अब लोकल आप अपना गांव में रह के ग्लोबल विजन देख सकते हो, एंड थ्रू टेक्नोलॉजी यू कैन कनेक्ट एनीवेयर. तो हमारे लिए नाउ एंटायर वर्ल्ड इज सीइंग टुवर्ड्स इंडिया with respect, with an expectation that we will give them the solution. So start being on the side of a solution provider. Start looking problems as opportunities. Create businesses, social businesses around these opportunities or challenges. And thousands of social businesses can be. You can earn money as well as you can do something impactful and purposeful for the society. And at the end of the day, you can proudly say, while my country was becoming Vishwaguru, I also contributed actively. So I am on that journey. I'm very hopeful that youth of this country, many of them, now are willing to take up that journey.
Sure, sir. मतलब we will do, sir. If we are not doing, if someone are not doing, also they will start doing for coming generation, sir. Thank you, sir. You were so inspiring, sir. Your message was so inspiring that it will help us, sir. And thank you for your time, sir.
थैंक यू
सौजन्या
रितिका।
मैम,
मैं एक चीज बताऊं रितिका, एक सिंपल लाइफ में सिंपल प्रिंसिपल्स जो हम लोगों ने रखा है, हर एक व्यक्ति बड़ा हो छोटा हो, हम उनको रिस्पेक्ट देना सीखे। वो काम वाला हो या सीईओ ऑफ द कंपनी
एग्जैक्टली
हो
सर,
या
एग्जैक्टली सर।
चाय वाला हो। इक्वालिटी जिसकी बात करते हैं, फेयरनेस जिसको हम कहते हैं, वो वही इंसान को इंसान के नाते देखना हम शुरू करें तो बहुत तेज। हमें कुछ आना है, मुझे कुछ नहीं मिला है, परिवार से कुछ नहीं मिला है, पेरेंट्स ने कुछ नहीं किया, टीचर का पढ़ाई ठीक नहीं था, ये शिकायत का साइड में रख लें और हम ये सोचना शुरू करें कि मैं क्या दे सकता हूँ। जिस दिन हमारा लिस्ट बन जाएगी मैं क्या दे सकता हूँ, हमें पता चल जाएगा कि बेस्ड ऑन माई स्किल सेट व्हाट इज दैट आई कैन डू। अगर मैं केवल एक व्यक्ति को उठा पाऊं एज ए, हम सब मिलके, सो हर एक बैच को एक ऑब्जेक्टिव होना चाहिए। जैसे जेएनयू में हम लोग जब थे तो हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव था कि सबसे बड़ा स्लम अडॉप्ट किया था, इंटायर कैंपस में यूथ को हम लोगों ने जोड़ दिया था साई नाम से, सोसाइटी एंड आई। तो हम पढ़ रहे हैं, हम तो भी है, ये सब नहीं चलेगा। दिन में आधा घंटा निकालना बहुत आसान है। अगर आप बहुत प्यार से आपके घर में काम करने वाले काम वाले के एक बेटी को या बेटा को डॉक्टर या इंजीनियरिंग बनाने में मोटिवेट करके आगे लेके आते हैं तो आप समझ लो कि आपने बहुत बड़ा काम कर दिया। ना किसी का सर्टिफिकेट की आपको जरूरत नहीं है। तो हर एक चीज में हम सोच सकते हैं। हम अगर अपने मदर्स को इलिटरेट को डिजिटली लिटरेट कर सके तो बहुत बड़ा काम हो जाएगा। जाते जाते रिक्शा में, कैंपस में जाते जाते रिक्शा वालों उनका परिवार के बारे में पूछा और इतने सांत्वना दे दे, डोंट वरी हम लोग है, आपको सलाह चाहिए तो आप आ सकते हो फिर समाज में, वो अपना जीवन फिर चला ले। तो इतना तो हम लोग कर ही सकते हैं सब।
यस सर, यस सर,
है ना। सो आई थिंक दिस स्पिरिट दैट वी नीड टू बिल्ड। और जब यूथ ठान लेती है तो असंभव कुछ नहीं होता है। इम्पॉसिबल वर्ड यूथ के सामने एक ही वर्ड है, आई एम पॉसिबल। So that is what youth is, right?
yes sir, yes sir.
All the best to you.
Sir, I would like Saujanya ma'am. Saujanya ma'am, I want to say something.
Hi Saujanya, youngest change maker, huh?
Hello sir. Thank you so much for being part of this. हमेशा तो सुनने को मिलता है आपके बारे में बहुत अच्छे बड़े, लेकिन आपसे from your mouth hearing all of these things has been so inspiring. I could not stop listening. It's like every moment there was so much that you gave us. Definitely, I think it's a great tomorrow being today. We really need to look at all the scriptures, all the learnings and all the teachings that people who came before us have given us. We were great for a reason, and in their reasons we can find our happiness each of us. And sir, आपने जो बोला है, आपने सारी जो बातें बोली है, one about sustainable development, two about India being in our phase of development, in our phase of growth, and then also talking about individual responsibility. All these I think is to the hour. Yes, we are responsible for not just the present, but we are responsible for the future. And each responsibility is money चाहिए. And if we do a little bit, I really think that we can make it. But having said all this, absolutely inspiring. Absolutely.
So
I don't think 36 minutes passing.
You know, Saujanya, shall I tell you सीक्रेट? वो इंस्पिरेशन आपका घर में ही है। हम जैसे लोगों को इंस्पायर करने वाले आपके घर में है। हर नेम इज सुमित्रा। को अगर सुमित्रा प्रसाद से जितने लोग मिलेंगे वो अपना लाइफ को चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे, ऐसा अगर कोई नहीं देख। सो यू आर ब्लेस्ड टू बी हैविंग ए पेरेंट हु इज सो इंस्पायरिंग।